So let's see how EMO Eye Hospital works. So what is the page that we are seeing here is for booking an appointment. We have two options, which is one existing patient and a new patient. If the patient is already one of our existing patients, we can search using any of these fields like MR number, first name, last name or phone number, and fetch the data of that previous patient and book an appointment for that patient. MR number is the medical record number, which will be unique for each patient. And then if the patient is new, we are going to select give all the details of the patient, like age and everything. Just have to give the proper mobile number here and just fill the remaining details. And here these groups are to segregate patients into different groups. This will be helpful for us when we do any kind of campaigns, so that we can choose that one particular group of patients and send messages for like our campaigns. Then choose the doctor for which the patient have visited for. If there's the fixed amount for the patient, like for the doctor, the consultation amount is fixed, that amount will be fetched automatically, and we have to save the appointment. So here we have the multiple options of taking only receipt, only OP sheet, or we can print out the OP sheet and receipt. So I'll show how those things will be. So this is the OP receipt, where the doctor name and the patient details will be there, and the financials or the payment billing things that the patient has done, all these will be shown up in the receipt, and who have collected the amount and who have generated the receipt is also be printed out. And then here we have the OP sheet, where you will get all the patient details, and the space left over about like the head above the page is for the letterhead, which usually every hospital or a clinic will have. And the rest of page is to write the prescription to the patient or to write down some notes to the patient. So this is all what we have in the appointments. So if just in case if you want to edit the appointment or look after how many appointments that we have received today, we can go to view booked appointments. So here we'll have all the details of the patients that have visited today, and what are the the payment status of the patient, did they check in or check out, and if we want to correct anything with that particular patient also, we can do it. Here we can change the dates. If you want to go for the range date, you can go like this, and this is, they have the bill numbers. This is what the MR number, which is unique for every patient, and for which doctor they have visited, and what is the slot that they got booked for, and what is the payment state, did they did the whole payment, or is it pending, and is it partial. So this will be common in every module of the software. So we here in outpatient section, we have different things like scheduling bulk, just in case if the doctor is not available for next day or for the scheduled day or time, all the doctor's appointments can be rescheduled in bulk. So a notification will be sent to the patient saying that the appointment got rescheduled. And here we have book daycare services. So if hospital provides any kind of daycare services like suturings and dressings, we can book those services, and we can give the receipts also. Configuring reason for visits, follow-up schedules, these are the drop downs when a appointment is booked. So instead of writing them every time, we can do it one time configurations. And the rest of the things are the detailed reports, the financial reports of like of a day or like the chosen date. I'll show you one of them. If I want to go for 1 month report, so I can simply choose the date, like how many appointments that got booked, and what are the financials, and for which doctor that appointment got booked, and how much amount is due from the last month, and all those things will come up like this. So this is a brief about the appointments. So we have health records, where we can store the scanned copies of our patient's health records can be stored, and we can write down new notes, and we can have our own reports also, just in case if we want to case study the patient disease or the patient's case for the examinations and all those things. So we can have everything recorded for each patient. Inpatient is something where we get the patient will be getting admitted here with all the details, and then what are all the services provided to the patient, and what is the discharge date and the admission date and all those things, and what bed is allocated to the patient, and what was the reason for the patient's admission, and everything will be recorded here. So from here itself we can get the final bills also, so which will be like this. So this is the whole final bill, how we get, like what are all the services given to the patient, even if it's a lab pathology test or the radiology test, the services given by the hospital, and the payments that are done by the patient, and what is the balance that the patient has to pay. All those things will be given in the inpatient final bill. So here we have the dashboard for the admitted patients, where we can see all the admitted patients list and when they have admitted and who's their consulting doctor. The rest of the things are like one-time configurations. You can have your own set of services that provided by your hospital and the specific prices for them, and you can configure the bed of your hospital. The formatting of the beds is different for each hospital, so that can be configured by each individual hospital. And the same way we have different kinds of reports from which we can see like how many patients are there in which ward, and which bed is like to be filled and which bed is occupied, and all those things. So here we have the investigations, from where we can place an investigation order, which is a lab order or a radiology order. If the one patient will have both at a time, like a pathology and the radiology order, we can place both the orders in one bill itself. So you can choose so this will be like the pathology order. So simply you have to add it into the board. So in one order itself you can place the radiology and pathology itself. If you have any discounts also, we can give the discounts here. So the reports will be reflected like this. So what is the amount that patient have paid, and what is the due amount, like the remaining amount, and what is the total amount on all those things. This is the dashboard for the investigations, where we can see the patient's names and their details and their payment and everything. So here we have two options to enter pathology results and the radiology results separately, because the pathology department and the radiology department are like different. So the reports of pathology comes up like this. As I said, like the space is left for the header, which is common for every organization. And if we wanted the digital signature printed automatically, we also have that option. And the radiology report will be printed like this, and who have generated the report and who have printed all those details will also be given in the report. So just in case, we give few default pathology and radiology test list. If you have any new test that has to be added up to the list, you can add it here. And if you want to set up a new package combining some few pathology tests or radiology tests, or combining few pathology tests, we can have a set of package here. And if you want to see what are the investigations that are like the list of whole investigations, you can get that report from here. And the rest of the reports are financial reports in different formats, like based on the radiology doctor or a consultant doctor and a referral doctor, just the test count wise, like how many tests are done against each test, and so all these details will be coming up in the investigation module. Then we have the pharmacy module. So here we have different things like selling. If some sale is got returned, we can report it, so that stock will be added up into our existing stock. And if you want to add up a new product which comes to the medical stores or the pharmacy stores, you can add up the product, and you can search for the available quantity and the available stock and add up new stock. If you want to return certain stock, you can return it directly from here, so that makes the deduction to the existing stocks. So whenever the stock is done, anyways you'll get the alert from here, so that you can add up the new stock. So the important three things that we have here is you can get a report of expiry stock which is going to be expired in a month or 2 months, or if you want to put a date range of an year also, you can put it out. So, and non-moving products, which means if there is a product in your stores which has been not sold for many days and it's just been there and there's no use with that product for you, you can get a list of them and you can plan what you can do as an alternative for those products. And product under limit is the stock one, so you can just simply generate this report and see what are all the medicine that are under limit, and you can order for the new stock. Here you get the detailed reports of vendor, like how much amount is due for your vendors, and so on the stock reports, how much stock is remaining and how much stock is done, and the expiry reports and the sale detail reports, how much sale is done today and what are the medicines that got sold and how many patients have visited to the pharmacy stores, and all those things will be generated by here. And the receipt that we get from the pharmacy store is something like this. So it gives the patient details and the financials, including the taxes of each product and total amount that got paid by the patient and remaining dues and all those things. Here we have the patient messaging service, from which you can send messages to for any kind of campaigns that done in the hospital, and you can segregate into groups which will be reflected while you are adding the appointment or investigation, so that the patient can be added there and chosen, like that specific group can be chosen and sent the campaign. The admin, as it says, it's the administration, where you can have any add-ons to the organization, like adding up staff, doctors, and the role managements, and any other like specific things like insurance details and checking out SMS logs and the login histories, who have logged in and who have logged out at what time and how many times they are keeping it idle, and all those things can be done here, which is usually a administration department's activity. So all these things help them and make their work easy. And billing section, as it says, billing, all the billing can be done from one place, just in case the billing is not required from every individual module. All the billing can be done from one place, from end to end. If the patient is into the same patient is into the got admitted, and the patient is also in that OP and also in the investigation and also in the pharmacy, all the billing can be done in one place. In the same way, the whole reportings can be, different kind of reportings can be taken out from here for the whole day or whole month or chosen date. These two reports are specifically for the employees. While they are just logging out from their shift, they can generate a report for each day or for the chosen date, and that report gives the whole summary of the financials and the patients and the like for what they have visited and all those things. That will be increases transparency between the employees and the organizations regarding the financials. iHealthPay is something which plays like a payment mode bridge between a payment gateways and the organization, and it sends a link to the patient from where they can using that link they can pay using any kind of payment modes. So that results gives like different kinds of reports, where you need not to get different kinds of reports from all the payment gateways, or everything will be in one place, so that the financials will be clear for the organization. And telehealth is something from where like the doctors can have a video consultation with the patient. So just patients can call up to the organization and book their televisit, so that at the chosen slot, for the chosen slot and for the chosen doctor, the telehealth link will be like video link will be shared with the patient. Using that link, doctor can connect with the patient and have a video consultation. And here iSecure referral is something, just in case if the patient like has to be referred to someone else, we can fill the patient details and the notes by the doctor, and what medicines, just in case if you have taken any medicine or the doctor prescribed any medicines, and the investigations and everything here, and upload the required documents and share that referral to the doctor, whomever you want, or the organization, who like whatever you want, so that they will receive a notification with the user credentials. They can log in directly and check the details of the patient before patient reaches to the organizations for a better care. So this is all about EMO iHospital brief.